Hey girls, I am going to be doing a tutorial on this look right here. It's a very simple look, super easy to recreate, and it only took me 5 minutes. Minutes? Oh my god. The Mexican comes out of me real quick. But it only took me 5 minutes, which is a huge plus for me because it's really hard to do your makeup in the morning when you're in a rush. Keys fell, sorry about that. Especially when you procrastinate and you have school or work the next morning, you know what I mean? And you didn't study because you rather watch shows like Stranger Things because the new season just came out and it's freaking amazing, if I do say so myself. But first, I went ahead and I put Vaseline on my lips. I just love to moisturize my lips and keep them nice and plump and juicy. And I put my hair back because it's always in my face and in the way. So the first thing I like to do is make sure that I moisturize and I prime my face. This is such a huge thing because if I don't typically wear foundation on days that I'm in a hurry and my skin is super clear, I like to make sure that it stays clear, you know? So I'm just gonna moisturize my face and I like to create a barrier between my skin and the foundation. So I like to pack on primers. So I'm gonna use like 10 different primers. You don't have to use this. You don't have to do this. I found that works for me and the foundation doesn't sink into my pores and break me out. So yeah, I'm just gonna make sure that I use the illuminating primers on the outer part of my face, and on my T-zone, I'm gonna use the matte primers. That way it creates a nice glowy look, and if I'm working super hard, I'm not looking all sweaty as well. So I'm just gonna rub it into my face, blend it out, and then we are going to move on to foundation. So for foundation, I don't have a go-to. Typically, it's just whatever I'm feeling that day. And that day I was feeling the Maybelline poreless one, the matte and poreless one. So when I'm in a hurry, I don't put foundation all over my face. I'll just put it around my face. And then I'll conceal underneath my eyes, my forehead, my nose, my smile lines, and my chin. Because I don't like it to be too cakey and it'll just, take me forever and I don't got time for that. So concealing is basically the same thing as if I were to put foundation on. But I rather conceal than put foundation on just because it's not too heavy, You know? So then after I conceal, I'll go ahead and let it dry. That way my dark circles are concealed better. And I'll go ahead and blend out the foundation. And while my concealer is drying, I'll go ahead and do my brows. That way we're multitask. What? Oh my gosh, I gotta talk today. I'm multitasking and I am doing parts of my face. I'm getting too excited and I can't even talk. So yeah, I typically just do my brows while I let my concealer dry, and I don't like no checkmark type of brows. I just like them nice and combed and feathery and no bald spots. And if I don't have time to do my brows with the pencil, I'll go ahead and use my mascara and just comb them through. That way it gives them a tint and they stay put because we don't want them going anywhere. So after I blend everything out, I'll go ahead and just bronze up my skin a little bit and give myself some like glowiness with the master, highlighter strobe thing. And then I'll go ahead and set the rest of my face, like everything. I'll even set my brows with the powder. But I don't have time to bake. If you have time to bake, that means that you woke up an hour earlier. And now we late over here. I'm just gonna set my whole face with one powder. And if you have problems with acne, you can always use like the Fit Me powder from Maybelline. That one's a good option. Also, the one from Neutrogena, I love that one. That also prevents breakouts It has like medicine in it, so I really like that one as well. And if you don't, you can just use a translucent powder, whatever floats your boat. So we're just gonna make that cute face, and then we are going to bronze up our skin. We're gonna bronze up our forehead because we be looking ghostly and shit. We don't want that. We wanna look like a bronze goddess because we're in fun. We wanna pretend like we just came from the beach and shit. And for blush, I'm gonna be using Revolution. I think it's the pinky peach one, and I'm just gonna put it on the apples of my cheeks, my cheekbones, you know. And I like to use a precise, like a more smaller brush because it's more precise. So I like my skin when it looks all lively and like glowy and pretty, you know, want to blind people and shit. I like to use this Revlon bronzer palette. It has like a white highlight, but it's not white. It's like a translucent white. And then I'm gonna set my brows with mascara. Usually this is just what I do. I don't really do them sometimes if I don't have time. And then for eyeshadow, I'm just gonna take that bronzer and use it as my transition, and then just take it all over the lid and just blend it out. Blend it as much as you can, just because, you know, in the morning, you know, when you're really late, you just slap it on there. My brother wanted to say hi. He dyed his hair blue, a little Papa Smurf. And then for my lid color, I'm gonna be using the Sheila and Maybelline collab palette, and I'm just gonna pack it on the lid, and then I'm just gonna blend it out. I wanted to do a slow-mo, that way you can see the color a little bit better, because I know I was going a little fast. I'm making sure it's blended because we also want to make sure that, you know, we look good still and it looks like we actually tried, but in reality this just took us like 1 millisecond. So I'm going to take it underneath the lower lash line. I'm just going to take the bronzer again and then just blend it down later. Usually I'll just leave it like that just because by the time I get to work I'm already there, so that's probably all I'm able to do to my face. But I wanted to make sure that this look good. So I'm making sure that I set underneath my brows with the same palette. I'm just using the creamy shadow, and I'm gonna use that purple for underneath the lower lash line. I'm not gonna take it all the way like to the inner corner. I'm just gonna make sure it's at the outer corner. I like to use the purple because it complements brown eyes really well, and also the golds and the purples really open up your eyes. So we want to look awake, and I'm going to take the golds in the palette and just put it in the inner corner, in the inner part of the lid. That way we look more awake and fresh. So now I'm going to line the inner part of the eye rim with just a liner. I'm just gonna add mascara to my eyelashes. I feel like brows, mascara, and blush are such a key like to any look. I feel like if you have blush, mascara, and brows, like you're good to go. But yeah, I'm just gonna line my lips, and then I'm gonna add lip gloss. That way my lips look, you know, nice and full and plumped. And I'm gonna set everything because we don't want that shit going nowhere. Alright guys, so this is the final look. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below if you recreated this look or if you've done similar looks like this. Let me know if you are a night owl, if you stay up, you know, watching episodes, novelas, whatever you do, you know, what if you love to eat at night, because I love to eat at night. I love to munch on chips. That's my comfort food. But yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I will see you guys later. Bye!